God bless the flag, we all beating our chests. When it's peace, it's the same old game, the same old players, same old names. Right. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin.
What's good, fam? How's everybody doing out there? Y'all alright? That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I'm just chilling solo right now. Oh, there go AJ. Fashionably late. Hold on, let me get him in right quick. What's good, fam?
What's going on, man? Hey,
chilling.
If this is fashionably late, then I'm not pretty fresh. I'm only like 26 seconds.
right. You know.
He was just playing change in the parking meter. He ain't mean to be late. That's all I meant.
Right. You know I gotta exaggerate a little bit though.
Just a little bit. What's good, man? What's good with you?
Oh man, it's no nap Tuesday. It's not a good look.
Okay, let me see what corner am I going to stand in this weekend. You'll get to that. That's when we feel the rapture. You feel what I'm saying? So let me pick a corner. The one on the far left sound nice.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Hey, I ain't sure which number Sean called in from. So Sean, if you listening, just hit me up with which number you using this week. You know, phone number 1 or phone number 7006.
That's everybody got their own little niche. And Sean niche right now is the man with 76 phones. Like, dude, I got the hookup. You feel what I'm saying? Open up his coat.
Right.
It was fold down, stand up clothes, all that good stuff. That's his niche.
Right. You know, but hey, it is what it is. It's better than not having a phone, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
You know, I think we've all been there at some point in life, and it ain't a good look.
Yeah, speaking of phones, I got to pay my bill on the 27th. Don't remind me. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I might do it a little bit early. I don't want to miss out on anything. But, yeah. Oh, man. So what we doing tonight, man? You want to tell them what we doing tonight?
Just why is everybody so angry? And I mean, I just threw a couple of topics out there, as far as like from the flags to Patti LaBelle's pies to, you know, just literally going out your way to just tick people off. I mean, like, I understand the sentiments are kind of on both sides of everything, you know. I'm one of those people that try to look at everything from every angle.
Correct.
Not everybody likes that I do that, nor does everybody do that. You know, it's not. I guess I'm one of the few people. I guess I'm not sure. You know, a lot of people seem to just take a side and ride with that side on everything. I just say that I only did. You know, that I've never done that. I have.
Right. I'll say this. I think, I don't know if many people will agree with me. I do think I look at things from all angles. It just depends on when you ask me. Did I get is it in the moment? Or is it, a little bit later where I can analyze it? What I do as well. And that's one thing I do want to, we're going to get into a little bit later on. And, yeah, I think that I'm going to probably say some things that isn't really expected, pretty much. Because me and you already talked about this.
Right. You know, and we kind of agreed to a large extent.
Correct. We do. We really do.
Yeah, man. That had me knocked out for about 12 hours. I was so shocked.
I can't. It's a little bit deeper than being, you know what I mean, just being 100% true. You feel what I'm saying, to your race and to your people. But I do understand. I'm not going to let. You feel what I'm saying?
Your phone just like went out right in the middle of your sentence.
Okay. So for everybody that's listening, yeah, my face kind of sat on the right side. That's where the phone is. So but the phone probably went under my chin. You feel what I'm saying? But it should be back now.
Yeah, bro. I think that's the first one on that one.
I mean, we got to joke around. You feel what I'm saying? You can't laugh at yourself. I don't think you ever going to enjoy anything. You can't be angry man in the DMV on that episode with Martin all the time. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. You know, that one thing about me and anger, like I don't necessarily get anger too much. Like I rarely just get angry, but I do. I'm not gonna lie about it. It really has nothing to do with Facebook. You know, like somebody posts something, like 99% of the time, regardless of what you post, it's your right to post whatever you want. I'll just hide that shit from my timeline if I don't like it and keep it moving. There are a couple of times where I have kind of just, you know, I had to check myself. Like, damn, you kind of you went too far.
Yeah, I mean, but that's human nature, correct? You know what I mean? And that's why you say. That's why I really practice. Oh, is it the chin again? Okay, can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You might want to go pay that phone bill tomorrow.
I don't think I can wait till next week. But yeah,
they try to tell you something.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we got you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as anger, I think that a lot of times certain things might come off as anger, but for the people that know me for basically like majority of my life, or just know me for a long time, you feel what I'm saying? Understand, like, wow, he kind of talks like Samuel L. Jackson sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And but it's not meant to be disrespectful. So when you're, you know what I mean, when you're trying to express yourself, basically the people that, you feel what I'm saying, like we're basically on an equal playing field and talking to people, they kind of don't understand that. So then when I backtrack, I'll be like, oh, damn, I didn't know you was offended. My bad. You feel but this is me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how some people are. And so I get that. And that's something that I'm working on. But you never know.
It's harder, like on social media too, because you don't see a person's, you know, they body language. You know,
that mannerisms.
Like when you typing, you're not trying to be an asshole, but whoever is reading it takes it as you being an asshole, and that definitely wasn't your intent. You know, I think a lot of it is, you know, people misinterpreting things or taking things way literally than a person meant for it to be. And a lot of times people just intentionally being assholes, like to the nth power.
Right. And one thing I can say about that is I've learned not to even get mad about it, because if I wanted to, if I can't see, one thing you can't really detect is sarcasm when you're reading the text. You feel me? So even if I see LOL or something like that at the end, if I wanted to make you seem like you're being mean or disrespectful, I can do that, because I'm not next to you and I don't hear the tone that you're saying it in. But I don't want to take it in that, you feel me? Like, unless you're typing in caps and then you say no LOL, God damn it, then I'm like, I think he does mean this. You feel me? Like, maybe he does mean what he said. Like, he said no LOL, so he's not laughing, you know. But
or those times when people use LOL and it's really them just being a super asshole.
Yeah, because they're trying to lighten up with their statement.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're an absolute moron. You're the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. LOL.
Oh my God.
You know.
Right. You know, it's like, I hope you die and go to hell. Laughing but very serious. What?
You know,
you're like, wait a minute. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's like so many people are awake now and learning every day and even if you're not learning like a million things, you're trying to be a better person. You're trying to better your community. You're trying to do something. And I think, like, especially with the France thing, I think the whole point of, and I could be wrong on this, and somebody will call in and correct me, but the point of, like, terrorism is to break up the harmony of a particular society or society at large. And somehow it has kind of splintered the conscious community. And that's like the point of terrorism. And it's almost like we kind of, even though I understand, my bad, but even though I understand people's strong points on both sides of the aisle as to why you would put up a flag, why you wouldn't put up a flag, the venom with which those arguments are being displayed is disappointing.
Right. I do want to, another thing I would say about terrorism is to basically scare people as well and abuse the resources depending on where we're talking about terrorism as well. So I do agree with that. I just wanted to, add on to what you were saying. And, okay, today I think that we both was, I wasn't really lurking, but surprisingly I was actually being a mediator a little bit. And we chopped it up about this and how fast things went downhill on that post. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I was on the hill.
Yeah. I was upset on both ends because, and I'm getting like people agreeing with me on both sides, right? But the way but they would say something to me respectfully, and then turn around and cuss out their brother or sister. And I'm like, this isn't productive at all. You dig what I'm saying? And it was very disheartening because I can see it from both angles. And what I decided to do as far as the friend situation was pay my respects in my own way. I don't think that I have to. Right, I don't think I have to follow any trends. I can be upset because we have talked about these things, but I am not going to ignore what happened to, innocent people as well. You dig what I'm saying? So, and when you're so hell bent on your point of view, sometimes the lines can get blurred. And you might get hit with a stray in the crossfire. Like, oh, so you just taking up for them now, huh? You feel what I'm saying? Where your tap dance shoes at, bruh? You feel it? You like, wait a minute. Like, whoa. Like, I'm still. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do understand why people are upset.
Right. And I think it, it's okay. It's just the humanity in a person to say, I feel bad that so many people lost their life unnecessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are saying, Viva la France. I support everything about France and I'm trying to move their boundaries free. And I think the flag thing was made so easy that people didn't have to have, to type up a post or anything. It was something real quick they could do. And other people took it like, well, you supporting the monster, the machine. And I don't think, I think some people may actually believe that, but I think a vast majority of people kind of riding the wave, for one. But for two, it wasn't about the government of France. It was more so about the people that lost their lives. But I get, and I've had this conversation with you and other people, and it's like, well, they could go about it a different way.
Right.
It's hard to define for somebody else how they should display their empathy.
Right. And I agree. You know, like, I follow, you know, a lot of people. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, not just being friends, but follow a lot of public speakers. And some of them that I really like was saying, you know, pray for Paris. And some of them that I really like as well was like, if I see you a flag with your profile picture, I'm deleting you from my friend list. And I'm like, damn. You know, like, I mean, now at this point in time, we do have to see a medium. You dig what I'm saying? And it's hard to explain. I would, you know, that's why I really want to hear other people's opinion on it. Because to be honest, this is probably the most confused I ever been before we, you know, did My Skin Is My Sin. This is probably the most.
I mean, you know, it's crazy though, man. Because I've seen like a couple of situations where, you know, apparently it was family members, you know, beefing with each other over this one moment in time to the point where, you know, they are angry, cussing each other out, you know, unfriending the whole nine, you know. And nowadays, like, getting unfriended on the book, you know, by a family member is like a crucial thing. It's like, you know, next time I see you, you know, I'm feeling a certain type of way. Like, you delete me. You know.
Right. Exactly.
You know, under those circumstances, I'll put it that way. You know, your peoples know how you are, you know, as far as what you post, and they're pretty familiar with it. But it was like this one was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. And, you know, people deleting their mama, you know. I mean, I'm exaggerating now, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure somebody got upset with their mama about that. You know, it's too much.
Right.
It's too damn much.
Pray for Thanksgiving. Y'all gonna be with y'all family and y'all deleting each other. Chicken wings gonna be flying everywhere, stuffing everything, because people are taking this thing very seriously to heart. And
look, we're gonna hear about it now. Pray for Thanksgiving.
I mean, let me clear myself up when I say this. Man. Yeah, because I was saying pray for the people that's going to be with their family on Thanksgiving. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to clear that up. The people that's going, you and Uncle.
Keep it a stack, though. Most people are going to be with their family for Thanksgiving. Now, you might not celebrate Thanksgiving, and you may be Sharif at the Thanksgiving festivities, but I bet you get a plate.
And see, okay, I will say this. I've stopped basically embracing Thanksgiving for a very long time. You feel me? Because Nas did make a good line. He said, you call it Thanksgiving, I call your holiday Hell Day, which I totally agree with. But I want to say this. I eat food every day. Like, every day. Like, that's how I basically live. I don't feel as though I shouldn't have to eat. You feel what I'm saying? Just because of this. But at the same time, I won't be one of those people I don't get into the holiday spirit as far as in that nature. But when I'm around my family, I'm happy to, well, I just can't be like, you just go. So the turkey coming out the oven right now. You don't even think about what the Indians did to, you feel what I'm saying, what the Pilgrims did to the Indians, and that turkey coming out the oven. Black power. You feel like, I eat food every day. Like, so you think,
I hate you know now. What I mean? You celebrate. I can't come through no more.
and I mean, it's crazy. And I sympathize what happened with Ted as well. You have to. You did me. See, I'm not. But because it's like a percentage of it, because I'm really not cool. It's the chin, dog. Okay, I hate
you can't blame the chin for everything, bro.
So you want me to blame the phone? My phone top notch. This is a Galaxy 14 and a half. No, it's not.
Right. Nobody believe that, man.
Right, but you touch on this topic. The reason why Thanksgiving was started and the reason why people support it, which some people that I love dearly in my family don't understand, which I do understand, and I don't see them. I don't. So when it's set, like, put it like this, it doesn't even have to be on Thanksgiving. They usually do it a week before Thanksgiving. I would see them. But that's just the time that they fail to celebrate family. And it sucks because we kind of engaged this pagan holiday. It sucks. But I just...
Don't stop you from getting that plate.
I eat every day. You said, what, I want to go to Subway?
don't stop you from piling up that turkey and dressing. You know what? And it's okay to hang out with your family, and even though the circumstances may not be what you ascribe to, it's still okay to be a decent human being to your family and show some love.
Right.
You know, and I think sometimes we get trapped so much in how we feel personally. We kind of lose sight of the happy moments that don't have anything to do with politics, don't have anything to do with religion. Just sitting there talking to your uncle you ain't seen in 10 months, or chopping it up with your grandma or your moms or your kids. You know, just that atmosphere does not necessarily mean that you are validating the atrocities that took place for Thanksgiving to even come into being. It's a catch. You know, that's a tough one right there, though. You know, you're gonna have some people that I'm staying home, and I'm not mad at you for that either.
Right.
But if you're gonna go, don't be the just super asshole.
Correct. You feel? I mean, because then we can look at other.
Hey, and before we go any further, AJ, I forgot to tell everybody you tune into My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. The telephone number is 347-855-8692, and you have to press 1 if you would like to get on air. And you know what, man? Let's take a couple calls if that's cool with you. If your phone still got you there. You there, AJ?
I think so. Can you hear me?
All right, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, no doubt.
Let's take a couple calls right quick, man. I'm going to assume you said yeah. We're going to take 05. We're going to take 0501 right quick. What's good, fam? Hello?
Peace.
I can't really hear you.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. So what's going on? Why are you so angry? Or why is everybody
so angry? You know what?
Angry?
This is the thing. I like to think that I'm not that angry, but being real about it, the fact that people don't understand that this is a war makes me angry. It really does. Because our people are dying every day all over the world, and people are concerned with other people's problems, and I just can't understand that. So that's what makes me angry.
So it's not possible to feel empathy for somebody that lost their life, but still maintain concern for your own personal situation?
I can maintain empathy only for my people, and that is because, and when I say my people, I'm not just speaking about blacks here in America. I'm talking about melanated people all over the world. I don't have sympathy or remorse for the white race based on everything that's been done to my race. Jews don't sympathize with Germans, so I don't feel like I should be expected to sympathize with a race of people that have done nothing but cause destruction and death to my people.
So did you unfriend people for changing their profile to?
Absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely, friends. Absolutely. I thought that was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my life, to have a black person change their profile picture to a nation that has done some of the most atrocious things to our people.
And still doing them today.
Exactly. I mean, it's beyond me. France treats the African immigrants over there like they're trash. I was in a group called Group Kenya. I had to take myself out that group. I've been in the group for forever, didn't even really participate in it, but I like to show support and solidarity to any black people that are for the people. But I had to take myself out the group because I'm thinking, with everything that's happened in Kenya, you have Kenyans praying for and changing their profile pictures to France. And I'm thinking, what kind of mental state are we in as a people that we're more concerned about this that happened in France? And around the world, we're suffering daily. I mean, you don't have to choose just one thing that's happening to us. It's happening daily all over the world. So why not concern yourself with those things? That matters to us. France is not going to help us. France doesn't care about us being free. France don't even want our people there. So why should I care about what happens to French people? Now, if some blacks lost their lives, I feel terrible about any melanated person that suffers a hardship. But for the white race, I cannot feel anything but disdain. I mean, nothing.
So can I ask you a question? Anybody close to you that you unfriended as a result of the flag?
My own niece, because she doesn't see. Yeah, listen, I don't even have my own children on my page for that reason. Not because I don't love them and want them to understand. It's not that. But what I'm not going to have them do is come on my page and try to talk about things that we could, first of all, talk about at home so we could have an understanding. Because to me, when you air out personal things on social media, I don't agree with that at all. So if you have a difference in opinion in your family, you can talk about that one-on-one. For me, social media is to reach people I can't discuss things with one-on-one.
Correct. I see that. That's
why I do that with my family members.
I can't be mad at your stance on that. I could be petty just for the sake of arguing and argue some shit. But I can't. I'm not going to do that because, I'm going to keep it a stack. Like I see it from both sides. I see people saying, you know what, I'm a human being. I feel bad that anybody who just decided to go catch a concert gets murdered just for being at a concert. And I can also see where you're coming from as far as what has been done and the treatment of black folks. So I don't know. I guess it's okay for me to think to be cool with both.
See, the reason why.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
And the thing is, they're still paying retributions to them to this day. Like, this is the most reverse stuff I've ever seen in my life. People that have been tortured and murdered should be getting retributions, not basically us paying for retributions just to live. And that's where I was just like, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about this. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's where I got mad. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they're still bleeding melanated people out of their money. And if they're not pointing out their faults, and then they want us to, I'm not even going to say they want us to, but people are just going above and beyond to basically show support. That's why I really haven't talked. That's why I really haven't talked about it too much. You feel me? Because I would rather just let me just stay over here. Because if we really get into it, I might flip the script and get mad. You feel what I'm saying? That's when I might flip the script. So let me just stay over here.
I really don't think that people are putting that much thought into it, though. I don't think people are looking, like I said earlier, I don't think they're looking at it like from a historical standpoint, the criminality of the actions of the French government. They're just looking at it as this is what happened on this particular day. This was horrible, and I feel bad for these people. This is my way of saying I feel bad for you. And I get what other people are saying. Is there another way you can go about it? But like I said a little earlier, like how do you dictate somebody else's empathy?
This is where another thing that comes in that. Because earlier this year in April, we had a massive killing in Kenya, and no one cared about that. Well, I'm not going to say they didn't care, because the people that are aware did care. You dig what I'm saying? But I didn't see any Kenya flags. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see none at that point in time. I'm seeing them now, but I haven't seen them then.
You know, it's because people don't know that these things are going on. But as soon as the thing happened in Paris, everybody knew. When I woke up that morning, that was the first thing I saw on the news, you know?
Right.
And so I feel like, no, I can't dictate to you what you put on your page as far as your flag and stuff, but it tells me your mind state, and it tells me that this is a person that, with me having my mind state of saying we are at war, I don't have time to try to understand why you don't understand that. To give that energy, you're taking energy away from my people, the people that I care about dying. And see, that's my thing.
I'm hearing that a lot more, though, is that people say, I don't have time for somebody who don't get it. Well, if we keep if more people keep saying, I don't have time, how does anything ever change?
See, this is the reason why people say that, and they're not explaining why they're saying they don't have time. The reason why, I'll speak for myself. I'll let other people speak for them. The reason why I say I don't have time for, I'm in the mode of prep. I'm in the mode of something is going to happen. It's happening now. I don't have time to stand next to a person and hold their hand and say, wake up, person, the white man is killing us. You can't try to rationalize with these people. You can't try to love them into caring about you. If my thing is, if you don't get that by now, you will not get it before they're coming to put us maybe in concentration camps or just killing us right out. You know, I don't have time for that. Now, you know, if it was a child who was coming up and hasn't experienced life, I could see it. But these are adults we're talking about. Everybody that's melanated has had something happen in their family that's undeniably because of the race that they are. So they can't tell me that they've never experienced it, they've never seen it. I don't have time for people, you know, I just don't. I'm past that already.
I agree, because I feel the same way, and I said the same thing. Maybe it came out differently, because I feel as though just a scenario. If we was in a race and I'm trying to lift people up that's not trying to win the race, I'm going to eventually get myself hurt for trying to save somebody that doesn't care. And so I do understand that, and I think that's where the biggest arguments come from, is because when you still explain these things of why you're upset, and they just overlook them and then just say, "Oh, you're inhumane. You don't care."
Absolutely.
But you're not understanding why I feel this way. I'm wasting my breath. Honestly, I'm wasting my time. And so I totally agree with that.
Absolutely.
See, I'm a slow learner, and so people are very patient with me, apparently. You know, because I'm still, you know, people still hit me up and teach me some new shit every day. You know, and I am one of those people I am hard-headed. You know, so I may not get it when a person, and I think that's the problem. You know, if people don't immediately, you say something and you feel like you have given an A1 explanation, it's on point, any idiot should be able to retain that. I am that idiot that does not retain that. It does not mean I don't care. It just means that maybe I'm just not as smart as you gave me credit for initially, and maybe I need a do-over.
Oh, man. Now you're downplaying yourself. Now you're downplaying yourself.
Some things I literally don't get when people explain it to the fullest of their capability. It's eloquent. I understand it phonetically. I understand it grammatically. I just don't get it. And then I have to hear it explained maybe a different way. And then I say, you know, you don't always get the information when it's delivered. And a lot of the people that are delivering the information feel as though you should get this immediately you know, any 5-year-old should get this. Well, you know, every 5-year-old is not the same academically. Some of us take a little bit longer.
But
and that turns a lot of people away from change.
But can I say this, though? I mean, if you care about black melanated people, though, people are going to take a little bit more time with you. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to say it in a disrespectful way, like, oh, I really don't give a, you know, about this. You're not going to say it that way. You might ask, could you repeat that? That doesn't mean that you don't care. So when you say people take more time, that's probably why.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
because you have people
I could be an asshole about it. So, go ahead. I'm sorry. What you say, Queen?
No, but you'll have people that'll get on a pro-black person's page and say, well, you're a hater. You're ignorant. Well, first of all, when they start that you're a hater, I'll tell them, I will agree with them on that because I'll never make, I mean, if anybody's ever on my page, I'll say it flat out. I hate white people. It's no two ways about that for me. But if anybody's also familiar with me, they also know I love my people. So for them to call me a hater, well, I can't disagree, but at the same time, never to my own people unless my people are hating on other ones of my people. Then it's like, you know what? I'm past that once again. Yeah. You have to love your own before you love anything else. And if you feel like holding it, for me, if a person feels like holding hands with the people that are oppressing and killing them, I don't have time for that. Now, any of the other divisive things that's going on in the community, I don't even get into that. I never, get into any of those because, first of all, to me, debating people on things is never going to change their opinions. It's never going to do anything but make them mad and you mad. So I really don't debate people, and I definitely, one thing I don't do, I won't get on somebody else's post and start calling them out their name or talking trash to them. I'll simply unfriend them or unfollow them. I'm not going to get on their page talking trash because it's their page. They can say what they want. I just don't got to see it. But at the same time, now somebody, I'm sorry.
No, I will say this. Like, I have learned that probably within, like, the last 2 to 3 years that the block button is excellent, and I'm almost at 100.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm almost there.
Oh, my God. You really?
I'm almost. I would post a picture of. I'm almost there. Like, I don't even got time for it because one thing that you said was very true is when some people want to debate, they are never trying to listen to where you're coming from. They just want to display where they're coming from. Me, the reason why I feel as though I picked up on so many things is because even if I don't even agree with you on the post, in the back of my mind, I'm like, that does kind of make sense. So even if I don't say it to you, I'm thinking about it. But when you're just forcing this issue on me and saying these things about me, it's block time. It's Shaquille O'Neal time. You feel what I'm saying? Get that out of here.
Hey, Queen. What's your name, Queen?
On Facebook, it's Dion Gross, but I'm Nefertari RBG.
What's up?
Chilling.
I definitely. I understand. I was thinking about it, like, I've been on your page quite a few times, so people want to know.
Did you approve my page? I'm curious.
Did he just go to LL Cool J? Oh, he was like, oh, what's up? Did he just do that?
Oh, that's LL Cool J now. Okay. I mean, I'm honored you've been on my page. Thank you. What's your name?
This is Joseph.
Oh, okay.
Joseph
yeah, okay. What's up?
Not much.
Did she just go in the LL Cool J mode?
A little bit. You know.
I didn't call anybody LL Cool J. I didn't go there.
Oh, man.
It's all good. I like it. He was smooth. It's all good.
All right. Look at my lips right now.
You got some tattoos on with that.
Is she a friend? Is she in your group?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I am. Yep.
Can you come to my group?
Oh my goodness! Wow, man. This started. Anyway,
it just started.
Join his group. All black everything.
Oh, it's all black everything. add me to it. I'm on Facebook. It's Dion Gross. I'm on Facebook under. Everybody else adds me to things, so go ahead and just add me to it. But inbox me and let me know what it is.
Okay.
Or share it to my page. You can do whatever.
Okay, no doubt.
And salute to you for calling up. I want to make sure we get to a couple more.
Thank you. Salute to y'all, too.
Thank you. That was dope. Appreciate that.
All right, that's the stuff, y'all. Peace. Peace.
All right. Let's see. We'll get to 4125 next. And that was brought up some really good points. I get where she's coming from. You know, I like that. But I don't, before we get to 4125, what I don't understand is, okay, I kind of get this one too, but the level of venom, again, is just ridiculous to me as far as like Patti LaBelle and these pies at Walmart. Like in the pantheon of things, I understand people's upset with her, being involved with Walmart. But as far as the level of anger I've seen and, like the memes and like a bit much, like, we got bigger fish to fry, so to speak, than some sweet potato pie. Another thing is, like, what if she's taking I don't know what she's doing with the money, but if she was taking those proceeds and, let's say, rebuilding her old community, people would maybe look at that differently. I think sometimes we tend to focus so much on the front end that we don't even investigate the back end to see if, okay, maybe this is a Trojan horse, so to speak. Maybe she's using these pies to get on with Walmart to get paid so she could give back. Not saying that that's what's happening.
Okay.
This is a possibility.
Okay. I would say this. One thing that, somebody that basically is doing that thing and had the turnout that she had, I understand where people are coming from talking about Walmart, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective, looking at it from the left corner. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that just goes to show you how much money she made, how much support that she could get in that small amount of time. Because she made a lot of money in a very small amount of time.
She did.
And it's not because of Walmart. It's because of her name. Just so happens she went through Walmart, which people are mad at. But people should congratulate themselves that they are willing to support somebody that's black. At the same time, so I can see it from both angles. She came out there and said, look, I got these pies. You can make a pie in your own goddamn house. But they want them LaBelle pies. They want them patties. You feel what I'm saying? And it shows you that if she did it independently, it would be tremendous. Because I really feel as though that she got the same amount of support. So I feel when people say maybe
it gives her an easier platform and facilitates her to just focus on making her money and her pies. Whereas she don't have to necessarily worry about the marketing aspect,
right.
Putting up the money herself, the risk involved, So,
and maybe this will influence somebody else to do the same thing with a different product, but do it independently. Because even if you cut the money that she made in half, that still shows you that people are willing to come out to support other black people.
Right. Make a good sweet potato pie.
Right. Or
make a better one than Patti LaBelle.
or like they did a CB4. I love that movie so much. Make a big ass biscuit. Something.
Somewhere in the world, Eddie Jones just smiled.
Man, sit there and eat your big ass biscuit.
Right.
Oh my God. But
let's
it
get
just
to this
shows.
Next caller right quick, man.
Gotcha.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off either, but let's get to 4125. What's good, fam?
Nothing much. How are y'all?
All right. How are y'all?
Well, I was listening to what was being said about why we're so angry, which I thought was a very interesting topic because there's so much to be angry about. But the question is, are we justified in the certain things that we should be angry about. Now, when she was talking, the young lady before me was talking about what's going on in Paris. I'm angry at the fact that the media downplays everything else that has happened globally and put all of this attention on Paris. That's what I'm angry about. I'm angry about the history because, I mean, again, as she said, was anything mentioned about Kenya? Was anything mentioned about Beirut? Was anything mentioned about the Congo? No. But
well, that's not true. I know for a fact they did mention stuff about Kenya. I remember seeing that, like, and not just like one little blurb. They put not as much into France,
right?
But they definitely did report on it. I'm not going to try to act like I didn't see that. But my thing is, the bigger question is, at what point do we stop saying why didn't they mention this or why didn't they talk about that? Anytime they talk about us anyway, it's in a fucked up light. Why do we want that their attention, their media? Because if they give it to us, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be us in a situation that they can explain away that the cops shot us, or us doing something to each other, or us, it'll be something negative anyway.
But we have to look at how do we counter that? Do we have our own media to say, hey, this is not how it went down? Because we know who runs media, especially American media. If somebody goes to the forefront and say, okay, this is just as much important as what happened in Paris, will that happen? The likelihood of that would be slim to none because they will find ways to destroy the credibility of any kind of media circuit that Black people try to portray. Do we do? You're asking a very good question. When do we say, okay, or how do we say, you know what are we going to do about this because of what you said? It's going to be looked at in a messed up light. I think what
can I interject?
Sure.
Okay, I think that small outlets, compared to mass media, like the one that we're having this conversation on, can be helpful, depending on who you talk to. Because even though if we don't spark the brain, like one of my favorite artists said, they might connect with somebody that can spark the brain. But I do understand what you're saying. I understand what both of y'all are saying. And we're trying to put our best foot forward as far as information.
Right.
And we're not CNN, Fox News or whatever. But now we have more options than ever. So kind of maybe, one people. It's the chin, dog. It's the chin. Okay.
Right. I thought it was make up your mind.
It's both a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? I just got a little neck. But one people can reach 5 people. 5 people can reach 50 people. 50 people can reach 500 people. Eventually, and if we're dedicated to it, I think.
Like you posted a great article today, though, about how many times Kenya has been mentioned over the last couple of days on social media, and that is not the white media doing that, mentioning.
No.
Right.
Why? A lot of us, most of us knew about Kenya when Kenya jumped off.
Right.
Most people are upset that it was not covered to the scope that France or any white quote unquote tragedy occurs. Of course, they don't get the maximum amount of coverage. Look who owns it.
Right.
Look what they're trying to do. We already know that.
Yeah, and then we know they're allies as well. So basically, they're going to put this in your face, right in your face.
Right.
You think what I'm saying?
And it's like what you guys were saying about social media. I mean, we can see large amounts of people of color on social media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the things happen in France, as the lady before me had also said, people are changing their profile pictures with the French flag. Like with me, I didn't change it to the French flag. I was changing it to different types of massacres that happened within that month span. So it wasn't a Kenyan flag or a flag from Beirut. or French flag, I put all the things that happened within those 2 weeks to show, okay, well, it wasn't just happening here in France. And keep in mind the media, like you said, because of who is controlling it, of course, Fox News, CNN, C-SPAN, those are all conservative right-wing media, you know, that unfortunately has, you know, control over that internationally. But at the same time, us as people, as you also mentioned, if we can reach 50 people and those 50 can reach 50 people, and then we just start this mass conglomerate of awareness, I think that would help a lot. But unfortunately, the mentality of people is, in this particular instance, is that they want to roll with the status quo. I mean,
Correct.
I got people on Facebook that, you know, they immediately changed their Facebook picture to the French flag, and half of them don't even know why they did it. They just did it because they saw they ran to it, you know. But when I put up what I put up on my Facebook picture, it got a little quiet. So,
well, let me ask you this question though: do you feel any type of way about somebody that you know for an absolute fact did not know anything about Kenya, or if they did, totally ignored it all the whole time? Now all of a sudden, putting people down and saying nothing, no hypocrisy at all, nothing.
Those kind of people that do that, I don't let them get to me, because I know 9 times out of 10 is either out of pure ignorance from either not knowing, or being arrogantly ignorant of not knowing and thinking that it's bliss. Or I've had some people say, why do you keep concentrating on this? Why don't you get over it? Paris is very serious. I mean, I've gotten into an ugly debate about that yesterday with someone who was like, oh, well, what's the big deal about, you know, what happened in Africa? That happens all the time in Africa. Whoa. Where did that come from?
Right, just because it happens more than it happens in another place. What?
I mean, it is utterly ridiculous. And then when I hear people say that, it's like, okay, well, that's just like telling me, because we're here in America, that's like telling me, oh, well, yeah, slavery happened, you know, it's not happening now, but yet I'm seeing people getting shot, getting hung, getting beaten in jail, mysteriously dying in jail, just because it isn't exactly the same way it was 40, 50 years ago. Doesn't mean it's not still happening. It's just happening in a different way. That's it. So it's like you telling me to get over this, but yet I'm supposed to feel empathy for what happened in another country. Now, I don't believe that anybody's life should just be like, oh, well, that's on them. That ain't me. I don't think that way. However, at the same time, I have to look at it from the bigger picture as to why this is happening. This is happening politically. This is happening religiously. And it's happening, which most people don't pay attention to either, is all about it being territorial also, you know, because of what's going on in Africa in comparison to France. See, people don't look at that either. So when we look at it from the bigger scope, okay, those lives that were lost, okay, in comparison to the bigger picture, is a very small percentage of what actually was lost in France in comparison to those people that died. But see, people don't look at it that way because it's like, oh, well, you know, those were lives. Yes, those were lives in the Congo. Those were lives in Beirut. Those were lives in the Congo. There are lives here in the United States. But why are these lives being taken is the question that people need to be asking.
Okay. I'm sorry, Queen, but isn't it okay for you to have empathy for each instance?
Yes, absolutely. You can have empathy for it in the case of the people dying, yes. But as far as, you know, what people are saying, oh, well, you know what, F France and all those white people over there and this, and this. I mean, for me personally, in that instance, I say, well, if you're going to say that about France, you might as well say it about the United States because it's happening every day.
Correct.
But people get quiet about that when they're talking about home. You see? So, you know, we can't talk about somewhere else when it's happening to us here. Okay? You know, if somebody says F the United States and they're from the United States, well, we can pretty much guarantee that that person is going to be wiped off the face of the earth somehow. You know, whether it's their character, whether it's physically, whether it's financially, whether it's socially, they're going to be wiped out somehow. I've seen it happen.
So let me ask you this then. Would it be the same if one of your friends or family members, and let's say they're in the service, they put up an American flag, same venom, same anger?
One more time?
If let's say you got a family member that's in the service and they put up an American flag as a profile pic, do you have the same anger and the same emotions that the French flags bring up?
In that instance, yes. Because I know my history and I know the history of the United States. That's why I don't have any of that up. I mean, I was in the military. My daughter's in the military. Okay, but I'm not a patriot. And I can say that to anybody. I'm not a person that, come hell or high water, I'm going to represent my country, because what has my country represented to me? Because when I was in the military, it was a job for me. It was a discipline for me. It wasn't a thing about, oh, my God, my forefathers have sent a message to me from back in the day to now to defend this country. No, it wasn't that. It's like anything else in this country. It was a job.
I mean, but let's keep it a stack, though. It's not like any other job in this country. You are actively, and you have chosen to work for the power structure in a direct fashion.
Absolutely, and I do it now. Whether it's a conglomerate like a hospital that has been spread out internationally, anything that we do that isn't a career that you love to do. If you feel like in my particular case, when I was in the military, I felt like because of how my life was, that was the only direction that I can go, because there were 3 ways I was going to go down: the loony bin, jail, or dead. Okay? Anytime you work in a capitalistic society, I can't say, oh, well, the military was different. No, it's not. Because if they wanted to wipe me out, they could. At the job that I work at now, if they wanted to wipe me out, they could, because I went through the same racism, I went through the same discrimination, I went through the same institutionalism in the military as I have as a civilian. So that in my particular case, it wasn't any different.
You could see where it could be viewed as different, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. I can, because there are some people in the military who have dedicated their lives and made their career, and that's their prerogative. That's fine. But the understanding of it is, from my perspective, is that I know the history of this country. I know the history of the military itself. I mean, I've met the Tuskegee Airmen. I know who the first African-American naval officer was. I know who the first African-American female admiral is, okay? And what they had to go through to make it to where they are. Okay, so it wasn't an easy road at all. In fact, it was one of the worst. And the Navy is the worst of them all, contrary to popular belief. It wasn't the Marines, it wasn't the Army, it was the Navy, okay, that took black people in particular through the freaking ringer. So did it make it easier for us? No. Did it make it, in my particular case, did it make it better for me to see the system for what it is from the inside, from a government perspective? Absolutely. I've seen a lot of things that civilians would think is stranger than fiction. That's why my mind is a lot more open to things than, say, a person, especially in this generation, that comes around here as a civilian.
All right, and just for the record, I don't want anybody to think I'm throwing shade at the military at all. I'm not.
No.
I got family members in the military that don't make me love them any less.
No. I mean again, I'm not going to.
The actions of the government.
No.
And that's kind of how it is, if you, from just my standpoint, I think that's kind of a good correlation to people putting the French flag up. I don't, I seriously don't believe that a great majority of them are doing it any thought towards supporting the French government. It's just
exactly
a simple, easy way for them to say, I feel bad that people got murdered.
And I agree with that. I agree with that.
I do want to put this out here though, because it's almost being used as a fad, and a lot of people don't analyze this as far as people putting up the French flag. At one point in time, a lot of people was putting up pictures of Sandra Bland as well. You dig what I'm saying? And the reason why, because it was put out there nationally. And this is the difference between basically people that do their research and people that are cheap. Not saying that you don't feel bad for her, but the reason why you saying this every day, that's the reason why you changed it. Do you really, really care or really did your research? And that's the question, and that's why I just don't feel as though I need to make a statement or something as far as a Facebook protest about anything. Because if you know me, then you know my stance on damn near everything. Or we can talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have to do these things, which is not saying something bad if somebody does. The fact that a lot of people are sheeple, they do these things and feel as though that they basically are showing empathy for these things, which they possibly could. So I won't just speak on any and everybody's heart. But a lot of Sandra Bland pictures have been used as Facebook profiles as well because it became a trend on Facebook.
Right.
And I have to say this to reiterate what you're saying, too. Go ahead.
I was
going to say he's... I was going to say that... I was going to reiterate what he's saying, too, because of what also happened with Trayvon Martin as well. Because they put him up and they made sketches of cartoon characters, you know, holding the Skittles and the Arizona can. People went out and bought T-shirts and things like that. So from that perspective, I also agree it is a fad to an extent. And I also agree that there is empathy, you know, when certain people do these kinds of things. You know, that's why I was kind of shaky on some of the posts that I saw on Facebook talking about F France and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you can be, you know, pro-black. You can be about black people without having to say, oh, well, you know, well, F all the people in France and, you know, the black people in France are coons and they do this. And black people are everywhere. It's not like it's not like all of a sudden it's not, you know, mono-ethnic, where it's like in China, where there's like, there's like a million people in China, and then, you know, you go to France, and then all of France is white. No, we're all over the place, you know, and we got to start learning to understand that. We understand the history of it. We understand what's going on in the political and governmental aspect of what France has done to Africa. We understand this. But at the same time, two wrongs don't make a right. We don't say, oh, well, you know, poor France, blah, 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 blah. Well, F them then because, you know, all the people that are in France that are black are sellouts. No, they're people that live there just like we live in America. So are we going to say F all the black people in America? I mean, let's think about that statement. Let's think about it.
And I do think that I did see a picture of, I think it was a sister that had passed away over there too. So do we not feel for that sister?
We should feel for all the people that have passed away over there and all the people that passed away in all parts of the world, not just in Paris, not just in the Congo and everywhere else, all over the place, here too.
Right.
You know, we're not gonna say, oh, well, F her because she's in France. I mean, why would you put guilt by association on her? That's not fair.
And one thing, we should feel empathy for anybody that, in my opinion, has and still are being oppressed. Because out of all people, we should basically feel the same way. We are still being oppressed. So I do understand that, but I just feel as though I don't need to basically change my stance as far as changing a Facebook picture. I'd rather sit here and talk about it. You dig what I'm saying?
And that's what we appreciate about you.
Thank you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I just threw up a little bit.
Oh, come on. Don't be a hater. I'm going to change your Facebook post to Antarctica. How about that? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, you were just doing the LL Cool J 15 minutes ago.
Right. You licking your lips about Baby Boo. I saw that. Oh, did he bust out with a Janet Jackson quote? Wow.
Oh, what? No.
I caught it. You ain't slick.
Oh man. Well, as always, we definitely appreciate when you call in, Queen. Definitely appreciate it.
Not a problem.
That's you know what? I like that though. You know, I like what you said. Definitely appreciate the wisdom too. And I do like to talk about it. I'd rather talk about it than type about it. You know, it's just maybe that's just the lazy in me, or maybe that's just the humanity in me that still tries to hold on to a little bit of interpersonal communication more than the keyboard.
Correct. It's the humanity in you.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a roll with that.
You're old school, even though you're about 21, 22, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
He ain't gonna say nothing about that. He gonna run with that. Go ahead and run with that. I got you.
Hey, I got the shoes on already, man. I'm to the store.
Oh man.
But I do want to make sure that we get another caller in here too, Queen. So again, thank you for calling up. Oh, no doubt. And you have a great day too. A great evening.
You do the same. Take care, my little chocolate drop.
Oh my God. Okay, Sugarfoot.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
My bad, I had to cough.
All
right. We're gonna get to 5276 next, but before we do that, I want to make sure that you know that you are tuned into My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio from Goons to Gods. We welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. And I forgot to tell y'all, we do have a chat room open. It's working today, so that's a beautiful thing. And shout out to Brian Holt in the chat room from Holland. That's like a first right there. You would happen to be our first listener from Holland. So salute to you for tuning. I don't know, what time is it over there in Holland? Like that's
tag me. I don't think you tagged me to the chat room. I couldn't find it. You know what I mean? I told you I'm doing a million things on my phone, but my chat won't let it happen.
I'm talking about the chat room on Blog Talk.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's 2 a.m. in Holland. Double salute to you. 2 a.m. I am looking at nothing but eyeballs.
Yeah, that's dedication right there.
I mean,
that's
not
dedication.
eyeballs, but eyelids. That is dedication right there, man. Ooh, man, that's humbling right there. And what? Oh, you know what? Somebody did inbox me. The distortion of past historical wrongs versus innocent lives lost. Generation, this is Jack. He wanted to add this to the discussion. And generational anger, basically blacks in the slave trade and that anger being passed on. And I think that right there is definitely appropriate in the Paris discussion.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why a lot of people are, upset. And that's why I won't step on nobody's toes when they say F this or F that. I won't say it, but I won't step on nobody's toes because these things have really happened. You feel me? Like, the Haitian Revolution was dealing with the French. That's what they was basically going against. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they really revolted. So, we have Haitian listeners. We have descendants of people from Haiti, and if they say F that, you think I'm going to have a debate with them? I'm not trying to get in that crossfire. No, excuse me. Hey, go ahead, do you. I'll just watch. Let me just wall watch now. You dig what I'm saying? And not understand why they're mad. And I can understand why they're still mad. Because I feel as though if they wasn't paying retribution.
Go ahead.
No, because I feel as though they still wasn't paying retributions of $500 million per year, if I'm not mistaken. they would be in a different place right now than where they are now. I do feel that way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying on that one. I just, my concern is that we are not in a position necessarily to just lose too many people that give a shit about us. And for each incident like this where people just go extra ham on other people, you pushing people away that otherwise with a little softer stance, and I know people hate that, and a lot of people, what bothers me is people that hide behind the I'm teaching thing. Teaching does not mean disciplining. Like an adult, you go to college, and I don't care what college you go to, they'll teach you. If you do it or not, they don't care. It's up to you.
I mean,
but they're not going to be yelling and screaming at you to get the information across. I guess that's my point.
Correct.
It's now, because it would not be effective.
Now, like we was talking about earlier at the beginning of the show. Actually, you were just like, "Wow, I didn't think that you would look at it from this perspective." But God damn it, I'm a human too, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just not gonna come out here with some big boots on. You feel what I'm saying? Some big black army boots and be like, "Fuck F this, F that." You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do understand the passion hits everybody.
It does.
The passion is not, you feel what I'm saying, unsubjective. I just made that word up. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah. Unsubjective. That's a good word. I am agree. No. That ain't even make no sense.
Not one iota.
But you sounded it, though. You sounded it.
I did. I got what you were saying, man. That's the scary part. Hey, man, before you finish that up, man, I want to make sure I get to 5276 and 2492 you right after that, so don't hang up on me, okay? All right, let's get to 5276 right quick, if you don't mind there, fam.
Hello?
What's good, fam?
Chilling, man.
Zal, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? Chilling. So you're talking about Haiti? Friends and the whole, dispute of the whole flag on Facebook?
I mean, yeah, that was one of the things. What you think about it?
I feel there's no purpose for any person of color to have that flag, up in their background, especially if they live here in America, and clearly, they don't even mention it, not one incident of social injustice being done towards Africans over here. All of a sudden now something happens way all across on the other side of the world. They want to show support to them, but then again, support to their own people over here, and some people which they know, or some people who live in that area or live in that city or live in that community, and no support is given. And I can understand. Trust me. You can pray for Paris and God bless them and all that stuff. I'm not knocking that. Of course, you're gonna sympathize with another human being, and you're gonna sympathize with the life being lost, and taken, for no apparent reason. But at the same time, I go up into my timeline, and I don't see none of them. But I'm talking about social injustice that happens over here in this country, or even abroad. I don't see it not once from our own people. But soon something happens over there, and think about it, right? And the crazy thing is, I made a post on August 6th when America had bombed the hospital up in Afghanistan. I didn't see not one mention about that up and down my timeline. And, pray for Afghanistan, pray for the victims. I ain't see none of that. And thing is, though, I still don't see none of that. And mind you, there was innocent people in that hospital. Men, died in the hospital because of America bombed the hospital, quote unquote, by accident. But then again, I need to,
It's Asia. Okay, you know, like we disagreed last week, but I totally agree with you on this topic. You feel? I totally agree.
It makes like I said, like yo, I keep saying to people, yo, I'm not stressing the fact that yo, you know, you got the flag up there for no pain. I'm stressing. I'm like, my thing is this, okay? Like I said before, you could say R.I.P. to the victims, to the whole country, and you feel. I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? You know, they got brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, relatives, loved ones. You know what I'm saying? That died and will never come back. Of course, you know what I mean, that's human life. You know, I wasn't programmed to be hateful. You know, but I was programmed to be aware. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm aware now, you know, I'm aware of I'm seeing this event that occurred to people who was out and about that you know saying, you know, they went from the concert to the restaurant. You know, everybody was out and about expecting, you know, to have a good night and a good time, you know. Right. They didn't expect to be murdered, you know what I'm saying? But with people who had intentions of killing. Now, for us, for people over here now, all across the globe, for African people, to put a French flag on the cover is just idiotic to me. It is idiotic. Now, what I find kind of funny though is that, like, okay, I'm gonna bring it back to the Charleston shooting, right? 9 victims died in the hospital. I mean, 9 victims, innocent people died up in the church. I didn't see nobody, you know what I mean, you know, made the profile to that. You know what I mean? I seen a few mentions, but okay, weekend came, it's turn up time. But after that, I didn't see nobody put their profile to 9 victims. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I can say that basically what you're saying is you didn't really see any balance. Our people is so sympathetic to others except their own. And it's shown, and it's just sad though, yo, that other people don't see it. Clearly, they don't see it. You know what I'm saying? First thing I say, oh no, it's not about race. You know, it's about human life. Okay, we're not making it about race. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. You know, it's not being pro-black and nothing like that. You know, it's nothing to do with that. You know, it's about this caring. You know, do you care? You know, when your own die though? Do you care? Because they don't. You know, and like I said, you know, everybody is just following a trend right now. Okay, this is popping right now, I'm going to do this. And that's popping right now, I'm going to do that. But the thing is, all right, I will say this, though, right? What I find kind of like, it's not funny, but I would say it's just like, I find it kind of like this crazy. I remember when the Charleston shooting happened, right? You know, after all the information, stuff like that, whatever, and then people found out, you know, what type of church it was, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, and the history of the church. I felt that it's so sad that think about it. It was so sad that our people had to learn about Denmark Vesey through through the heinous crime, right? And now our people got to learn about what France did to Haiti. You know what I mean? Over there, over people dying all over there. You know what I'm saying? I see now people doing research about France now. I mean, about Haiti now. France did this to Haiti. France did this to Africa over here. But it's like, damn, like, yo, we gotta wait for tragedy and all that stuff to happen. Even though the tragedy wasn't done, even though it wasn't done like directly towards us, but like still, like we gotta wait for like confusion and like disagreement, you know, for us to do research on our own history. I do want to say this though, like. The many people that didn't even know about the Haitian Revolution until recently kind of made me exactly. That's one thing I did. That's like I just wanted to touch on. Like I was like, what? You didn't know this?
No. But the thing is though, even after the Haitian Revolution, Haiti. Haiti had to pay back France from the same slavery that France was doing towards them. You know what I mean? They had to compensate for the loss of money being lost from the slaves. You know what I mean? So like,
I brought that up myself. Hold on one second, AJ. But I think to a certain extent, tragedy tends to make people research in all facets of life.
Yeah.
You know, and so even though it takes a tragedy to learn something, if you learn something that sticks with you, then sometimes the tragedy is worth the knowledge.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right? Okay, I give you that, right? I give you that, like, cold-heartedly. I give you that automatically, right? But it's just like, I think as though, is what next, what you do with it, though. You know, and it seems like, from what I've seen, even though I call people out straight up directly, you know, about this, like, okay, you got this flag up here, you're representing this and all that. You're not representing the country. I know you're not representing the country and stuff. You're just representing the heinous crime, you know what I mean, you know, that was committed towards the people in that country. I get that. But there's heinous crimes committed towards African people on a daily, and it's throughout history.
Right.
History. And I don't see no representation of that. You know what I mean? Our people wait till all the way to the end of February to start celebrating, you know, and caring about one another.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say one thing.
We can talk about what happened in Siberia.
Easy for people. Huh? Because people don't have to research. They like if they're on your
No. But I'm saying it's not the research. No, people don't care. Like I'm saying, black people, they don't care. You know, and then you know, when you address them with it, it's you know, like I said before, it's human life and this and third. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I'm just gonna put this. And then, I gotta call you out.
All right, no doubt. Salute for calling up, though, man.
Yeah, man, I'm calling to listen up.
All right, bet. All right, well, let's get to 2492 right quick. What's good, fam?
Yo. Peace, King.
Yo.
Peace.
What's
good? Going on?
What's good, King?
Peace, man. Black Power Hotel, man. It's wrong.
What's going on,
man? So, now go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna ask you how you feeling right now, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Man, I'm angry.
All right, go ahead.
I'm angry.
I didn't expect you to say that.
I'm gonna put my mad rapper voice on right now. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. Man, let me start first off. Let me say this first and foremost, man. The only thing I like about that's French is French dressing and French kissing, That's first and foremost.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's first and foremost. Second off, man, like people gotta do their own research, man. Like, don't wait for Facebook, man, to start digging. Like, do your own research, do your own history. The more history you do, the more that you realize. The question should be, why aren't you mad? If you're really doing your research, you're really doing your history on this. Why aren't you mad? Is the question? Because this is it's a big sham, Like it's the biggest scam in the history of man. Everything was Swagger Jack from us. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, all right, that 147 people died, and I'll say this first before I say anything else. Any loss of life is a tragedy. Dig me?
Okay.
But make this cliche, pardon my French, but niggas die every day, Niggas die every day, It's 300 murders in my city right now, in my backyard. Why am I going to go out my way and pray for 147 people who could give two rat's asses about what's going on with me and my family, my people?
I mean, well, that's not how prayer works. You don't pray so that somebody else will pray for you. You pray because it's the right thing to do, in your opinion.
I will say this.
Receipt, you get something back.
But you have to. I will say this though.
The question is prayer or getting up and trying to do something about it's going to change? Because prayer is hope. Hope don't pay the bills. They ain't doing nothing but hoping. You putting that in the Creator's hand. You dig what I'm saying? You talking to somebody who ain't gonna talk back to you. You answering yourself. Let's keep it a rack. Let's keep it a wrap.
That's a way to look at it.
You answering yourself. It's up to you to get up there and make that change, man. When I don't even pray. I don't call it pray. I meditate. I meditate to get in better tune with myself and get in better tune with the universe. But
so let me get this straight though with you. You upset that people say prayers for France, but you don't believe prayer is.
I don't. Let me make this clear. I don't believe. I want facts. If I gotta go off belief, then I gotta teach my kids about the Tooth Fairy too. You understand what I'm saying? And Santa Claus and all that. That's all belief. That's all myth. It's not proven.
And I understand that's how you feel. My point is, okay, if that's how you feel, why does it bother you if someone says pray for anything? If in your mind it's a pointless endeavor anyway.
It bothers me off this because based off of this. In my mind, it's going to be self-manifested if anything changes. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be self-manifested because that's all that I have. You know what I'm saying? That's all that I have. Like if anything for me to change in my life and in my environment, as far as I go, it's going to take me and a bunch of like-minded individuals. I have to change anything within myself, within my environment, if I wanted to change. I can't get on my knees and pray and hope that it changes. That's a game of chance you're playing with right there. It may change due to circumstances, you know what I'm saying? But to sit there and say that, oh God, or whomever you wanna name the creator as, whatever God you pray to is going to change it because you asking for it right now, you a fool, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. This is strictly my opinion.
But my point is this. If, from your standpoint, you're a fool for praying, why get mad at somebody for being a fool, in essence, and saying pray for France or pray for whoever? Why are you upset at that if, in fact, they're being foolish anyway?
Because it's not changing anything. It's not changing anything.
Why?
France still getting $500 billion off Africa for not having slaves. Why am I not mad? You dig me? Why am I not mad? Why ain't everybody else mad about it either? Is the question. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like the only reason France is getting all this press is because they're a U.S. ally.
Exactly. I did say that.
They
are allies of the U.S.
They're a U.S. ally, which means they basically cousins with Israel. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, you know, and Israel is the golden child, you know, to the U.S. You know, you keep it back. It's all semantics with this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like it's fads. Now, I guarantee you, in the next episode of Empire, it's gonna be something about France. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Some type of gay parade and you know what I mean with French colors in it. You know what I mean? And something like that. Pray for France. You know what I mean? And all that. Like it's a joke. It's a complete joke, yo.
They have a parade with French fries.
They bars,
man. Hey, Ron, what's your full name on the book, man? Somebody requested it, so they can send you a request.
I'm Jerome D. Rose. ROLES.
Oh yeah, that's my bro. Everybody should know that. You feel what I'm saying? That's bro. That's bro.
It's a joke, yo. It's the biggest joke. It's the biggest joke, and it makes me. That's why I'm so mad, because people do not realize it's the biggest scam ever, yo. It's the Ponzi scheme, like all that stuff, man, yo. That ain't got nothing on what that white man doing, yo. Nothing.
You know what? I do want to. All right, let me say this. I feel as though the reason that I'm upset is because I'm not arguing with French people. I'm arguing with black people. You dig what I'm saying? And I feel like that makes me. You feel what I'm saying? It's like Even if you don't want to be upset, okay, cool, fine. That's how you feel. But you're not going to belittle me, you feel me, for knowing what's going on and you not knowing what's going on. And I just disagree with you basically praying for something that happens to a place that you're never going to go at. But they hurt your people. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Man,
and the problem is that the belittling takes place on both sides, and it's just an unnecessary occurrence, in my opinion. Irregardless of how strongly you feel, putting somebody down is never going to make them see the quote-unquote light or whatever knowledge that you are trying to disseminate. It's only going to tick them off. It is not helpful if, in fact, you are doing it to educate them, quote-unquote. But people will say, well, I'm just teaching. I don't care how they feel about it. Well, a good teacher does care about the student.
Well, let me say this, man. France dropped 20 bombs in a specific area in Syria. Anybody heard of body count yet?
Nope. I haven't.
Anybody seen a Syrian flag on Facebook talking about pray for Syria?
Nope.
Nobody. All right. So so the same people that are saying that it's about human life, it's a boatload of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Excuse my language. It's a crop, man. It's just like say it's nothing but I got 132 likes.
That person though. Again, you can't define someone else's empathy.
Because they
you can't determine another's empathy. But what I'm saying is this: you can't say all human life matter in one point, and then when the people who you believe was, and it's probably not even the people, but the country alone. You know what I'm saying? And then 350 people die over here, and you say nothing about it. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? If all human life matter, all human life matter. If you're gonna pray, you need to pray for everybody. Bottom line, and I don't see that, and that's not what I'm saying.
I have seen a couple people who I would tend to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they have been pretty fair down the line. Just in support of humanity.
Like I said, my disclaimer was all human life matters. But I'll also say that if I die tomorrow, how many people going to put up a Maryland flag with "Pray for Jerome"? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen.
I got you.
It's not going to happen, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like I can't really worry about what's happening on the other side of the world when I got to worry about getting shot in my own backyard. You know what I'm saying? From my own people. From my own people, and that's just where I'm going from. I'm a father first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. It's just about the preservation of life, man. And yeah, I get it. People lose people every day. You know what I'm saying? And especially where I'm at, I see it on the news every day. And there's people that I know. It's not people that in my life directly, but I know people who lost people. You know what I'm saying? That's happening on a daily basis.
I think we all. Okay. Right. I do want to, because we only got about 20 minutes left to go, man. I hate to cut you off, man, but I do want to get to these last couple of callers we got, man. That was deep, though, man. I appreciate that, man. And I get what you're saying. I do think that, it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. Like, you don't just have to care about one thing or another. And you did make the disclaimer, so I agree with that. So.
Absolutely. I appreciate the look, man.
No doubt. So let's get the wisdom, man. No doubt.
All right, man. You already know, my dude. Peace.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll get to 5242 right quick.
Yeah.
What's good, fam?
What's good? Peace to the kings, peace to the queens.
What's
going on, man?
Peace, man. Great show as always, Jobs. Great show. Peace, AJ.
Appreciate that. Why is everybody so angry, man?
Yeah, you know me. I'm a little bit of contrarian. I just want to know, when we gonna break this oppressor loop, man. When we gonna break this oppressor loop? Like, I understand why everybody's angry. I understand. I feel like I understand. But like on my recent post, you know, hate is a virus, man. Hate is a virus. And at some point we got to stop spreading hate. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. What is it that we want to stop? Are we looking for everybody to have compassion for everybody? Are we looking for people to only have compassion for themselves, compassion only for their families?
Okay, hold on. I want to answer that. And the reason why I feel that way is because when I'm debating with somebody and I just say, and they ask me why I don't have compassion for what happened in France, right?
Right.
At the same time, I can ask them why they don't have compassion for people that look like us that live here. And they don't have an answer for that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And I have compassion for damn near everybody as far as being something bad happening to them when they don't want it to happen to them. But I've never seen this type of outcry unless you was controlled to basically feel this type of way.
What is the goal that you want? Do you want that person to show compassion for all people, or do you want them to only show compassion for their people? Because then I want these people to understand why certain people don't have compassion, and they don't want to.
They're not though.
How can we accomplish that by having a lack of compassion?
But see, that's the thing. When they're talking to me, it's different than when they're talking to somebody else that really don't give a. You know what I'm about to say.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So they're basically putting me in a box. And now when you look at it from that angle, they're not putting people that they have no idea of as far as being in France. They have no idea about these people, but they are supposed to care because these things pop up on their television whenever they watch it. But people in their own neighborhood, no, go ahead.
But like Job said, okay, I understand people not doing the research, but this is the opportunity to do the research. These are the opportunities for those bridges to be formed. So again, my thing is, what do we want to be accomplished? Do we want people to only have compassion for their own people? Is that what we're saying?
No,
because that's the behavior, not necessarily you, but that's the behavior we're putting out there. We're putting out there, pardon my French, forget those people, right? So in return, we're asking that person to say, forget us. Ain't that what you're saying?
And I think what you're saying is that has already been done. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but I think what people are really saying is that we've already been forgotten. So why should we be the initiators of compassion when they have been so compassionless to us for so long?
Because it's the oppressor loop. Hate is a virus. Hate is a virus that wants to spread. It's the oppressor loop. It's returning the behavior that's given to you.
I mean,
what do you want to? This is the thing. What do you want to occur? And that's a real question that we all have to analyze. What is it that we want to occur? Are we looking for everyone to have compassion for everyone, or are we looking for everyone to have compassion for their own people? And then it has to dictate the behavior at some point.
Actually, I do want both, but it's a third thing that I'm going to add to that. I want people to do their knowledge. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's no reason why I should put this knowledge out there and explain these things to these people, which they actually disagree with me on, because I'm not coming at them in an aggressive way.
Negative fashion. Right.
But you feel what I'm saying? But when they don't even care about other things, but then they show much care for these things, I can see why people get mad. I can understand.
I can see why people are mad. But what I'm expressing is that this is the oppressor loop. There's a concerted effort by every government in every country. People at odds with one another. This is their goal.
Yeah, that's how.
While we all at odds having these conversations, they are doing what they want to do on a consistent basis, and this is how they do it, right? Because we look at each other as the enemy instead of looking at who is actually the enemy, which the enemy is of every color. The enemy don't got one color. The oppressor don't have one color.
The oppressor, I agree with that. The oppressor doesn't have one color, but the oppressor has more power than other colors.
No, I'm telling you, the oppressor does not have one color. The oppressor on their side of multiple colors are chilling. This is what they do. There's a concerted effort, right? Like I see a lot of people talk about this flag. We know for a fact they're not putting up this flag to support France. Stop it, y'all. They're not putting up this flag to support France. They're supporting dead people who had no reason to be dead. Now, is there nefarious reasons? Absolutely. But let's not play the fool. Nobody's putting up that France flag to support France. People are putting up Kenyan flags. Here's a question I asked somebody today. Did every tribe in Kenya decide on that flag? You know how that flag got there? By an oppressor. The Nigerian flag. Did that flag get there from every flag in Nigeria, every tribe in Nigeria making a decision on a flag? No. So if we putting up a French flag and whatever it symbolizes, you better believe a Nigerian flag represents oppression. You better believe a Kenyan flag.
But hold on. You have to understand at the same point, what are the colors of the French flag? Red, white, and blue. So these are oppressors, you feel what I'm saying? They just chose the same type of flag, but they just put the angles in a different way. So they are supporting oppressors.
All I'm saying to you is that flag, whoever put up that flag, you and I, anybody know for a fact, that flag is not on there to support France. Even if somebody, now here's another thing. And I agree with y'all. It's a trendy thing. I agree. But the button is there for people. So for me, the beef needs to be with Facebook. The beef needs to be with Facebook, not with the individuals. We're finding an opportunity now for compassion. And what we need to look for, not need to, I don't want to tell people what to do. But what I think we're looking for is for compassion on a 360. How's that going to happen if we are showing a lack of compassion?
I mean,
at what point is it the right time to do the wrong thing?
I mean, but I agree with that. But it depends on who you're talking. It depends on who you're talking to. Because the whole show, we both been saying, you feel me, that we do feel a certain type of way about what happened about over there. We never said F them. You dig what I'm saying? So it really depends on who you're talking to.
Fact.
So at the same time, I can understand somebody undermining somebody that's just angry because they're just figuring out these things. I've been knew about these things. I feel as though that everybody that calls up here knew about these things. But now, when certain people do get upset, that's the same reason why the Confederate flag, when people was being mad at that earlier this year as well, felt the way that they felt because they didn't know, but now that they do know, they're upset.
Right.
You know, it's like people feel like you have to pick, like this is the third grade and you got to pick which team you on, you know. And some things are not a team picking situation, in my opinion. You know, losing your life doesn't necessarily, you know, me saying, oh, you know what, my neighbor or the person across the globe, you know, they got murdered in a ridiculous manner. That's fucked up. You know, I can say that's fucked up and still be like, you know, somebody next door to me get murdered. That's fucked up. I feel bad. You know, for both. I'm not gonna go with the flag thing, but I'm not gonna go with either flag because I ain't never really done that. That's just me.
But I feel as though that we all, I mean, to a certain point, that a lot of people been oppressed, and not just black folks. Absolutely. So if we have been, you feel me? So if we have been oppressed, we should push against our oppressors. A flag really doesn't matter at this point in time. You dig what I'm saying? So
but it's bigger. King's bigger than the flag. It's an opportunity for compassion, which is what I think it is that we're looking for, right? In my head, in my opinion, we're not looking for compassion for one group of people. We're saying there needs to be equal compassion. To do that, you have to show equal compassion. Hate is a virus. If you have hate inside and you're sending it back out, you are propagating a virus, and it's gonna come back to you. You can't be necessarily mad. If you're putting out hate, how are you mad that hate is coming back?
I mean, but see, the thing is, I feel as though, which I do agree with, because we are I feel as though that black people are humanitarians without even knowing. But if you understand that, but if you understand that if all oppressors are always winning, why can't we just be mad at one point in time? Even though I'm not saying that I'm mad.
Oh, no, I'm saying be mad. I'm saying be mad, but I'm saying know who to be mad at. Don't be mad at the person putting up the French flag. Be mad at Facebook. Facebook. Four things happen. Four things happen in Japan, in Beirut, right? Listen, the reason why they pushing it is not because France got white people in it. Okay, let's understand that. They are setting us up for bombing. Pardon my French, for bombing the shit out of people. They are building us up to get ready to bomb. They just finished dropping 20, like I think you said.
Right, they already started.
Where's the body count? They are preparing you for them to bomb the shit out of people. Pardon my French. This is all they're doing. Okay, this is why they're pushing it, because they want to let you feel a certain way so that you lack compassion.
You'll be okay with it.
Okay,
right?
Listen, this so-called ISIS, majority of it is the same thing that's going on. These people don't know better, right? Look in France. Why is it possible in France for this to happen? Because the people they're going to are people that are depressed, and I don't mean a sad depressed. I mean, well, that too, but I mean economically depressed. Okay. Oh, France has the correct. France has
my bad. Go ahead.
It's all good. No bad, King. You can cut me off anytime. Western Europe's highest concentration of Muslim people is in France. It's not an accident, y'all. It's not an accident what's going on right now. They are preparing them to bomb the hell out of people. They are winning, right? Okay. So,
hey, Legacy.
Peace, King.
I got to cut you off right there, man. We got about 10 minutes left, man. I want to make sure I get these other couple of calls, man. And as always, man, because me and you, man, you know, we chop it up all.
Oh, you know I love you, man. You know I love you. Right. Like cook food, man.
You know, so you know you my dude, man. You already know, man. Salute.
All right,
to you.
Y'all. Peace to the kings, peace to the queens, yo. Let's get through this, y'all.
No doubt, man. Peace.
All right.
Salute.
Peace.
Salute. All right. You know what? We got enough for I think 2, and before I even take y'all, I gotta let y'all know, man. We got, like I said, like 10 minutes. So I hate to tell y'all to be brief, but I gotta tell y'all to be brief. All right. So we're gonna take 1275 real quick, and then we'll get to 9697. What's good, fam?
Good evening, guys. What's happening?
What's up, man?
What's going on, Jack?
Oh, chilling, man. Chilling. Hey, man, that last caller, God dang. Hey,
Legacy.
Man, he's on point. He's 1,000% on point. He said damn near everything I want to say.
Oh, wrong? Oh, yeah, that's big. Yeah, that's big on.
No doubt. Hey, man, if I and y'all y'all definitely covered a good show. But if I just want to pick it back real quick and say what I'm angry about. I'm angry that we haven't learned the lessons of 9/11 yet. You know what I'm saying? They spelled it out, man. They spelled it out how they're gonna do it. You know, we're gonna put a face in front of you. We're gonna tell you who it was that did it. You're gonna support it. And if you don't, you ain't supporting the troops. You're going to stand behind the military, you're going to stand behind whatever, and whoever we hit, even if y'all find out later on that we lied about it, whoever we hit, you're going to support us when we need you to do it. So that's what I'm angry about, man. We're talking about fucking memes and posts and pies and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. That brother was 1,000% on point.
Actually, if you really think about it, that was the whole point, was to get people to support a cause they would normally support, and to for the ones that don't support it to argue with each other enough to allow the people that do support it to just go ahead and ram it down people's throats.
And John, I do want to say this.
This is brief. Hold on. Since we brief, let me throw one more in there. And think about it. And what else is coming up? Election cycle. Think about it. What we going to talk about? Oh, this candidate is not tough enough on war. Oh, this candidate can't protect us. Because if they're going to attack France, guess what? We got to tighten up our borders. We got to tighten up our stuff, too. It's coming. Every election cycle happens.
Mm-hmm.
I ran with the early Bushes. I'm trying to squeeze it all in there. I ran with the early with Bush Senior, with Iraq with the Junior. Every time the Republicans get back in office, they have a Democratic cycle and they have a Republican cycle. Every single time we have a war, it's written. So
they need an enemy to fight.
Huh?
They need an enemy to fight, pretty much.
Man, look how fast they threw them dudes face up on the picture. Oh, it's definitely ISIS. Look how fast they threw them catch pictures on the.
Not even knowing that we funded ISIS at one point in time as far as
the
U.S.
And now it's starting to come out that we funded ISIS, but that don't matter because now guess what? The crisis has happened.
Yep.
We put a label on it now. Now we got to go after somebody. So
now we will be funding ISIS in 10 years, whatever their name will be.
Exactly. And then you got to think also, why would they pick an Afrocentric name? Afrocentric. You think that wasn't intentional? You know, we had this this black movement going for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
I want to say this real quick. Like, the U.S. create their own enemies. They fund their own enemies. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that.
It's a methodology that works. been working for years.
Of course. Time tested. Like I said, man, time tested.
Like a Hollywood, it literally is a Hollywood movie on repeat.
Mhm. And we get it every year, and people fall for it every year. I mean, every time the cycle comes up, man, people fall for that shit like it's nothing. And so my thing is, that's what I'm mad about, man. I'm mad that people have not learned from 9/11. They've not learned from Vietnam. They've not learned from Korean War. They've not learned from not any of these significant wars. That the playbook is still the same. We will attack you if we have to. We will attack our own people if we have to. Just to make our agenda count. So at what point are we going to get out there and do what we got to do, man, to make our agenda count?
I just want to say this real quick. I never thought in my whole entire life that at one point in time we trained Osama. You dig what I'm saying? I thought he was an enemy because I was a child around that time. You feel what I'm saying? And when I found that, I was like, whoa, are you serious? But, these are how these things happen.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, man, get the next call. I just wanted to, add my piece, man. But yeah, no doubt, y'all fellas doing what y'all doing, man. I appreciate it. Y'all keep it up.
No doubt, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. No doubt.
All right, y'all be easy.
All right, we're going to get 9697 right quick. What's good, fam?
Yo, it's Sam. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
What's going on, AJ? How you doing, bro?
Hey, chilling, man.
I heard that.
How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I just wanted to get in on the conversation because, I have an opinion of some of the people that were on the line, but I'm not mad about anything. You know what I mean? I'm not mad about anything because I think just like y'all have said, you show compassion for somebody who's lost their lives, especially so many. And one thing that I wanted to bring to the table was that, during the Hands Up, Don't Shoot movement, there were people in France that were on that fucking movement too. Excuse my language. They were on that movement too. 100. Now whether it's 50 people or 50,000 people, you had some people in France supporting us at that point. So to reciprocate, I don't see anything at all wrong with that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So when you got people being compassionate about what's going on over there, because black people lost their lives too. And despite what people think, there's a lot of black people there. You know what I mean? So, and then you got them people over there supporting us, and Facebook. You have to just understand Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. It's a temporary thing. It's just it's actually just a for the moment thing. It's not a permanent solution to any problems. So if somebody wants to support somebody at this very moment in time, then let them do that. What reason do you have to be upset about it? So I'm trying to understand why people are mad about anybody supporting a country who just lost 100 and some odd people. I don't quite get it.
Mm-hmm. I will say this. You feel what I'm saying? I'm compassionate about it as well. I don't want to see innocent people die basically to push somebody's agenda. But at the same time, I understand why people are mad, but I wouldn't express my madness in that way by saying fuck them. You feel? Well, excuse me. Well, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Right. That's kind of like going to a funeral and like saying fuck the wife.
Yeah, or some tales from the crypt, shit. I'm gonna piss with this grave, and that's a little.
Right.
Yeah, like just let those folks be those folks, man. You feel what I'm saying? But another thing is when people don't understand their history and don't understand how the French has been effing over Haitian people, you dig what I'm saying? I can understand why people that know their history are upset as well. But they aren't the ones that's basically pushing that hate out. It's people that don't know.
Right.
I mean,
and to that
too, like,
and to
if
that
the 9/11
point,
jumped off, there was a lot of black folks upset about that.
Well, what I'll say to that point,
this country has done way worse to the black folks in America than the French people have. At least I would think.
I would not.
You think the French people have done worse?
I would agree with. I tend to agree with that.
As far as America, but not globally. No, not globally.
That's why I said in America.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yes, but I was thinking about what you said. Specifically in America, yes, I would agree.
But as far as globally,
yeah, well, that's that's debatable right there. That's a show in of itself.
That's a different debate, and one you probably need to have actually. But I guess the other thing for me is you had a caller on the line earlier. Well, first of all, let me tell you, I believe in prayer. You had a caller on earlier. It was saying, why you praying for them, or why you doing this, or why you doing that. And to that, I would say, you pray for people. You pray for people's families because you want them to make it through this. Not necessarily because you want to bring life back or anything like that. And then by the same token, you want to prayer without action is basically fruitless. So he was saying you're going to pray, but you ain't going to do nothing. And I say to that, you pray and you do something, because you can't just pray and then everything fall in your lap. You're going to have to pray and then do something.
Get up off your
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people have to do something about this. What do you do is the question, which to this point doesn't have an answer. Go ahead.
Hold on, AJ. We literally got 2 minutes left.
Go ahead.
I do want to say this though. You feel what I'm saying? I think that exchanging knowledge and learning and wanting to learn would be helpful. You feel what I'm saying? As far as than just praying. You dig what I'm saying? Because a lot, like when you explain certain things that happen, and a lot of people don't know, they only feel as though prayer is going to work. But when you're talking to somebody that's a little bit more knowledgeable, you're like, well, I didn't even look at it from that angle. But at the same time, even though I know these things, I'm still not going to say F these people. I'm not going to say.
I mean, but my thing is this: if like he was saying, he don't believe that prayer works at all. If you don't believe prayer works, then to me, you should not have a problem. It should not bother you one iota if somebody says, I'm praying for anything. Because in your mind, you think they're stupid anyway. So why are you upset about them doing something that you already have said was foolish?
100%.
No. I disagree, because I feel as though if you're going to put it out there, you feel me, on social media that you're volunteering to pray, why can't they volunteer to pray for you?
Who's to say
well, you don't know if they did or not.
Do you not? Right.
They just don't have to volunteer that information. But you don't know if they did or not. And they may have. Like I may have.
But how many French social media sites have you been on?
I haven't been on any French social media sites.
So you can't say for any fact that they aren't. I agree. Saying, I'm praying.
I agree.
We don't know.
But see, the thing is, I've never seen the French support Black Lives Matter until black people wanted to defend them.
No, I saw it before that.
Have you?
Yes.
I mean, I just have it. I never seen the French. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the point I'm trying to make. You feel? I mean, I could be wrong, but at the same time.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, like, if people feel as though that they want to pray for their own people, I'm not mad at that, because our oppressors do the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? They care about themselves more. They care about being in a position more. They care about everything else besides people that they can oppress. But
dig it.
But right now, I'm just not going to support it as that deep. But I do still care. You feel? Because I don't want to see nobody die. Why the fuck would I want to see somebody get killed? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but you get what I'm saying.
I dig you, AJ.
We're about to wrap it up anyway.
I dig you, AJ. I dig you, bro.
We're about to wrap it up anyway.
You good people.
Yeah.
Always.
Hey, and main man, I forgot your name, but you good peoples too, bro.
No, he will be LL Cool J for real. Oh yeah.
LL.
You feel what I'm saying?
LL.
Yeah, he will be LL.
Oh baby, break
hey,
out.
LL Cool J is hard as hell.
Right.
But salute to Sam, man. Shout out to you, brother, man. I appreciate that so much, bro.
Right.
You
No
feel
doubt,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Salute to you for calling up. And
salute to
everybody
y'all niggas. Hey, y'all doing your thing, man. Y'all doing your thing.
Definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely.
Bet.
Appreciate that. It means a lot, man. And you have a good one, fam.
Yeah, you do the same, bruh.
No doubt.
No doubt.
All right, y'all.
All right, so that's the end of our show. Just to let y'all know, y'all tuned in to My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. And if you don't know, check out the groups All Black Everything and MySkinIsMySin.com. And don't forget to check out the website, MySkinIsMySin.com. We got a couple of new hoodies, a couple of different colors coming soon. You know, if you got any questions or concerns, inbox me. Inbox AJ. Matter of fact, inbox AJ.
She just gonna put it all on me.
Right. Hey, we love y'all. Y'all have a good one, man, and peace out.
Great show.
No doubt, man. Definitely a great show. Peace.